So today you'll notice from the title of the stream that I just have a general update to talk to you guys about. I'm trying to make sure that the mic is not capping out. I know that I upped it for uh, the video I did on Sunday, I believe. Yes, Sunday, because I was doing a cover of a Sublime song, Santeria. It was actually a pretty good stream all around. I did a drawing as well, so if you want to check that out, I'll put a link up in the corner. But if you're watching this, then this should be pretty short, so you can go check that out afterwards. I'm coincidentally wearing another sticker again. This is just because the people working on trying to get people to vote no on the amendment in regards to solar panel barraged me, and I had already voted, so I let them give me a sticker so that I wouldn't have to talk to the next person who still came up and gave me a flyer. But I don't know. I guess I can give my input on that. The idea behind it is that it's kind of worded as if it's giving us the right to have solar panels, and at the same time, it's claiming that if you don't have solar panels, you don't have to pay for other people's subsidies that have solar panels. But it's kind of a weirded, twisted way of making it so that solar panels are more privatized, and then basically the electric companies can get a monopoly on it, and then nobody gets better in terms of the environment. So I openly support not having that amendment. But other than that, in terms of the channel in general, I have not really done much work on the AI simply because I've been hit pretty hard by this semester in general. I know I've been using that as an excuse, but that is the excuse. I put school first, so I've been working on that. But I have been bouncing back a little bit just because a lot of the classes I'm taking don't really have a lot of grades. So when one grade isn't too great, it's a little harsh. But um, like I said, I'm working hard on that. So I do plan to make time for the AI in the weeks to come, but I don't think that will happen this week, which means that judging by the current rate at which I'm going, I should not have any progress done by Saturday. I'm not saying I won't, but I'm just saying don't get your hopes up for any updates on that. In terms of music, I have been talking to my friends, whether they be here at UCF with me or friends from back home who are now at different colleges. But I do have some projects in the work. One specific project I'm working on, I guess I don't really need to keep it a secret. I don't know how far it's going to go, but I kind of am excited for it. We're talking about an acoustic metal band, so I'll let your minds go crazy with that one. But and also with the comic, I sat down to draw another panel the other day and figured out I didn't really have the time for it. It is a big time commitment, and I'm only about 3 panels in. The last comic was about 40, and each panel, I've said this in the past, but each panel can take anywhere from like an hour to like 6 hours, depending on how many people are in it, how detailed I want to make it. And I am trying to push towards more detail in order to get more of the story in. But at the same time, I'm kind of going for sort of like an Adventure Time idea where not all the information is given to you at once. Some of the characters aren't even introduced properly. They're just going to be kind of thrown at you, and then we'll see how that goes. So let me know how you think about that. I have the 2 episodes up on my Tumblr page. It's jonoexplainsthings.tumblr.com. You can find that Tumblr page actually by going to my YouTube page, and there's a tiny icon in the bottom right of the banner. Also, I guess I'll just use this moment to say if you aren't following me on Facebook, that's my main way of reaching out to people and letting them know when my stream times are. Obviously, if you're friends with me on Facebook, I usually share when I'm streaming. I share that post so that people can jump on, even if they're not liking the page. But it's a lot easier if you like the page because then you get all the extra stuff. You get the videos when they're posted. I mean, you can get that on YouTube, but at the same time, it's kind of nice just to see in the community what people are saying about it. So That's what I'm working on with Facebook. I also made a Reddit subreddit. I'm not too experienced with Reddit. I've been posting a lot of my videos to Reddit because I can target specific audiences who actually want to listen to me talk about a specific topic. Something math oriented usually doesn't do too well on Facebook. That's not saying anything about my friends. It's just that people go on Facebook to kind of have fun and don't usually consider math fun. So I will seek out math oriented subreddits and post on there. And I've been getting a pretty nice response from it. And I can actually see on YouTube, because of their analytics, which videos have more people coming from Reddit, which videos have more people coming from Facebook and any other sources, although those are the main sources usually. Um, so if anyone ever has questions about what's going on behind the scenes, I'm an open book about those things. I know a lot of creators try to make um, content seem like it's sort of magical and just kind of happens because they're super artistic. And I mean, I consider myself an artistic person, but at the same time, I'm more on the scientist orientation than the magician orientation. I like people to know the process, because if someone can do something better than I can, then they should be doing that. So, any questions on anything I'm doing here on the channel, any questions on anything actually are open for asking in the chat. But the reason that I wanted to set up that Reddit is because Reddit is a very good source of acquiring questions, and this channel is all about answering questions, discussing topics. So if you want to go over to that Reddit page, I believe there's a link in the same place as the Tumblr page on my YouTube channel homepage down in the bottom right corner. If you're on a mobile device, it might be easier to just go onto Reddit and search Jono Explains Things. I'm not sure if it's the first thing that pops up, but I don't see why not. Um, and so, like I said, it's pretty stripped down. I literally made the subreddit and then published it. So if it gets more of a following, I will do a lot of editing to it, try and make it a lot better, and learn how to set up moderation and put everything on there. But at the moment, I don't think that my audience could really overpower that. I will add a description if some people start posting on there. And if people do check it regularly, I will post my videos to there as well, because that seems like a pretty good place to find all my content, and then spread it out throughout the internet. I will say that I have been enjoying a recent spike in my viewers on the stream. We have a couple watching live now, and my subscribers is actually up to 39. I mean, I'm not too big for milestones. I'm not a very sentimental person, but it does mean a lot that this channel is actually getting some attention. I know that compared to a lot of popular YouTubers, 39 subscribers doesn't really seem like a lot, but it does it's noticeable. It's a noticeable difference because um, I've had gaps in my posting videos where the videos don't really get any views at all, and now every time I post a video, because of the way I've been posting it to Reddit and posting it on Facebook, and now that I have the slightly larger amount of subscribers, it seems that every video is getting about 15 to even a couple of them are up in the 60s or 70s. So it kind of is nice to see that my work is actually getting out there. But um, like I said, this is going to be a pretty short stream, so unless there's any questions from the people watching, I don't really have too much I want to talk about. Um, but uh, yeah, I guess I'm still working on all of my projects. I have been bumping around in my head a little bit more the idea of research with the university, or possibly doing an internship. I've been kind of um, iffy on doing internships. I know they're extremely beneficial, but at the current moment, I feel like I have a lot of projects that I'm doing for myself, and I feel like having an internship would kind of cut into that. But at the same time, I think that having an internship would allow me to sort of be pushed in the right direction so that I can prioritize what my projects need to be. So, um, I don't know. If anyone has input on that, that's more of a advice for me kind of thing. But at the same time, that's something that I'm trying to kind of figure out on my own. So um, I'm not seeing any questions in the chat, so I'm going to be signing off here soon. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Um, I'm not sure what I have planned for this weekend. I know I do have a lot going on Saturday, so we might let's just go ahead and plan for the Sunday stream. That seems to be a pretty um, good way of working things out. Just because there is a UCF football game, and it's also my girlfriend's last day as the position she is at Universal. She's still working with Universal. It's just that that position is being worked out of the system. So I want to go be there and support her on her last day. But so I will be spending a lot of time with that and with possibly going to the UCF game if I have time afterwards. So we will plan on streaming on Sunday. I did actually have an interesting topic I thought of today. You guys can weigh in on it, and that's kind of a pun. It's to take some of the abstract units of measurements that people use in everyday and just kind of like the slang units of measurements and try and put some bearings on that because I feel like a lot of people use these units of measurements for a very wide range of things, and I kind of like to classify things. I gave a pretty good classification of the words slut and whore in surprisingly in the debate on marching band being a sport or not. So if you want to go check that out, I'll put a link to it up in the corner. But um, other than that, I don't have much more to add. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have been, thank you guys for watching. If you're watching later, if you know anybody that might be interested in the streams, send them one of my videos or have them come out to one of the streams. Like I said, the last stream I had was pretty good in my eyes. I was pretty clean with the cover, and then it was a pretty actually decent picture for the quick paint drawings that I've been doing. So, um, but I'm sorry to see that some people are just getting in, but I am signing off. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on Sunday.